What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of JY Throws. Super excited to get going today. As I was editing yesterday's video, I started to see some really interesting things that I want to try to work on today. I tested them out in Discus a little bit yesterday and they're feeling good, so I want to share those with you guys today, some of the cues that I'm working on. First things first, start off with some med ball drills. Get the core going. My back's been a little bit tight. Just want to continue to warm it up, make sure everything's nice and tight and activated so I can get into throwing and be as pain-free as possible. Alright, gonna get the wrist nice and warmed up, do some ground slams, and then some throws into the pad. Alright, so the first problem that I want to address today, Martin was recording my hand yesterday while I was throwing, and as I get the shot put in my neck, I feel like my fingers are nice and together, and as I start to throw, they're spread out and this finger gets away, so I'm only pushing off of two fingers instead of keeping them together and using all three to get a nice push. So I want to try to think about that today, and now I need to start to train my hand to not want to spread out, and it's probably been years of doing that same thing. So today's day one, just going to start by trying to fix it, thinking about it. Kind of like that feeling. Martin came over and said, he's like, load it in your hand, feel the tension on it, and when it's got the tension like that, he's like, then put it in there, and that now feels like it's nice and loaded up on my hand and it's ready to snap. So I just want to get comfortable with that feeling, do a couple more, and then I'll go to stand throws in the ring. Stand throws in the ring. Alright, same thing, just long off arm and keep the ball in its orbit nice and straight. Alright, well, editing yesterday, there's a big thing that I picked up from Ryan's throw that I really wanted to test out. And that was, I see how long and patient he is over his left side. But a couple other little subtle things that I picked up as I watched it over and over. Just how long his right leg is, right from the beginning of his throw. As he's long and patient, he lets that hip come around and get ahead of his other hip. So he's going into the middle with his right hip ahead of him so he can be in a nice, good, balanced position. And the way that he's getting to sit on his left leg looks like it's snapping his right leg around into the middle of the circle. So I'm going to try to work on that, is get longer over my right side, sit on it a bit more, and keep my left leg nice and long, and see if I can time it up to get it to basically snap my foot down into the middle of the circle by getting a nice sit at the right time. So it feels really rushed because now that it's like whipping my left leg into the middle a bit more, that my timing is completely off. So I'm gonna try to slow it down, time it up, and just get comfortable with that because it's starting to feel linear already, and it's been two crappy ones. So keep it going and keep trying to dial it in. It's feeling like decent direction. I like it, just gonna keep doing it. Long and patient over my right, let my left hip come around and get ahead to the middle, so I'm nice and balanced and tall, and then linear, so pulling off. That one I tried to be a bit more patient and really think about letting this left hip come around and lead me to the middle. I like that. The last throw I really like the feeling of, and I was thinking long over the right, wait for my left hip to catch up and get ahead, go into the middle, and then the path that I was going on to the middle with the shot put, I just wanted to do a quick loop around and get it back on that same path to push it straight. Kind of hard to explain, but if you watch Crouser show even out of the back, like where the ball starts to go towards the middle, he loops around and sends it right back on the same path. I'm gonna call it there. Back's a little bit tight and I just want to make sure that I'm taking care of it, so I don't want to overdo it today. I got tomorrow off of throwing, so that'll be my rest day. So I'm gonna go into some discus now. It's my first day throwing heavy. I got the 2.25 kilo. This year's been a big transition year, and it's the first time that I've ever really been healthy for an extended period of time. But anyway, gonna start trying to throw the heavy stuff now, start to build some specific strength, and really help me be patient, because you can't rush with the heavier disc. Alright, so the last one, I started to pull with my shoulder. I want to go back to thinking about my off arm, because typically that helps keep it on a nice long path, more rotationally. Just focus on that off arm. That's gonna wrap it up for me today, guys. Things are feeling so good right now. Thinking about reaching nice and long, and that nice little subtle sit over top of my right side, snapping the leg into the middle a bit better, gives me a lot more direction. So I'm really liking the feel of that, and both shot put and discus is feeling really good and starting to help feel some linear motion in the throw. So I'm gonna continue to work on that, refine it, and dial it in over the next few practices and then a few years. But day one, off to a good start, so super happy with that. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, and if you really enjoyed it, subscribe for more. See you guys in the next one.